guys, Aaron here, and welcome back to another F1 2020 My Team Career Mode series, Season 1, Episode 4 of this season. And as we're coming into this Grand Prix, it is the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend. And as you can see, we have a new livery for this weekend. And this is a livery special to for tribute of my grandfather who recently passed. And yeah, so please like this video. One like is equal to one prayer. This livery is quite amazing, and it's very uniquely designed with his favorite colors, which are yellow, black and pink. And as we go into this Grand Prix, we also changed our driver uniform as well, as we are now sporting a yellow suit with black gloves and a yellow helmet, not my original. And as we can see, the team colors are still the same because we don't want to change it quite a lot as we come into round 5. But round 4 will be quite a unique race, as we are racing for my grandfather. This is a special weekend, and we make sure that we do well this weekend. We're not looking forward for a win at Zandvoort because it's quite a hard circuit to master, especially with all the high elevation, and it really ruins your tires. So that's why we're going to change our chassis. We're going to upgrade it. So maybe our central tray, I am not sure. And we are second last in the R&D chart of the chassis development. As we take in that development, and durability, I don't think we will work on it so much, so we will say that for later. And as we're gonna advance to the next part of this Grand Prix, the Dutch Grand Prix.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
So we have a press interview which we have to go to, so I guess we'll move on to the press interview.
Thanks so much for the invitation to your HQ. Let's have a little chat about the team's performance this season. Do you see your relationship with your second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful?
So I think we'll go for we invest in our staff, but I'm sure if they give good results, their position is safe. So I'm thinking that if we take this, we'll choose this because it's a good result if they give good results.
Constructors' Championship this season, or just for points?
So I think we might go for the points this season because we're not focusing on winning the title, especially the constructors, which is quite hard because Mercedes and this. So we're still developing for next year's season.
Going into this season.
So I'm not sure about this, but I think maybe we should be a solid midfield, and I'm hoping for plenty of points. So we will choose that because the others, we are going for championship this season. I don't think we have the chance of winning the championship, so we are going for option B. And yeah.
Had their first win in Formula 1. Is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah, I think it's the first sign. So I think with our new chassis, we have got upgraded the chassis. So I think we might do well. But it's the start, and the engine is still a little, yeah, bad. So
what's your secret to scoring those points?
Well, I think about this. I think F1 we got a very good car, but I think our car can take a lot of punishment. And but still, I think F1 is all about aero, and we have to focus on that because I don't think it's going well.
To spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Yeah, so I think this interview has been quite a good, amazing interview by Will Buxton there. And as we now move on to the Grand Prix, we have got some new cash, more cash for before the race season starts, and we got our supply HQ tour done. And as we now go into this race, we're just gonna upgrade our facilities like the aerodynamics as we are going to as we were told this, but I think we must focus also on the chassis side of things. So I think we will develop the chassis. Plus we don't want to spend all of our money, so we're just going to spend on the resource points generation. But we can't get our hands on marketing because they are very expensive and we can't purchase those things. So I'm thinking maybe we might upgrade the chassis, but I think there's still quite a lot of money going to be spent, and I don't think it's enough for the season, but we will upgrade that. So yeah, I think the season, going into the season, I think we will purchase an aerodynamics upgrade, but yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I guess we will take the chassis upgrade. For chassis, the fabrication, level 1 of fabrication. As we now go into this Grand Prix, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, turn on notification bell so you never miss a video, and yeah, I'll see you in the race.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort circuit, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout a 2.6 mile lap. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Thomas lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Perez, Stroll, Sainz, Grosjean and Lando Norris, Ricciardo, Albon, Daniel Kvyat and Hamilton, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Esteban Ocon and George Russell, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Galeal and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So guys, we are here at Zandvoort for episode 4 of the My Team Career Mode season, and yeah, so we're starting this race with a very good pit strategy, and in qualifying I didn't have to use all my tires, so that's why we are pitting later at lap 8 to lap 7. And this, as we're going into this race, we are going to take the alternative strategy because this track has a lot of high elevation, and we're going to go for the soft to hards because there's a lot of the temperature of the circuit is quite strong and it might hurt the tires, so we have to go with a soft to hard and not a soft to medium strategy, and we're going for a little more fuel load to 20.5 laps fuel load. And I don't know why Hamilton is down 14th. He may have got a grid penalty for changing the engine supply. So as we're now starting the formation lap, everything's going good, and as this race passes by, everything changes. This track has a lot of elevation. As you can see, this corner, as we're coming into this corner right here, has a lot of hilly areas around it, and it's literally the most, I think it's one of the most high elevation circuits. One of the most high elevation circuits. I think the most highest elevation circuit is Spa from Francorchamps in Belgium. And as we are now lining up on the grid for the race start, I'm starting on pole position with Valtteri Bottas alongside of me, Verstappen in third, Vettel in fourth, and Charles Leclerc in fifth. Hamilton all the way down to... So Hamilton all the way down to P14. Well, good luck to him, good luck to all the cars today, all the drivers. And let's go for the points. As we now start, make sure you like and subscribe, turn on notification bell, and we rev the version. It's lights out and away we go. As we begun this Grand Prix, we are taking the lead of this Grand Prix, but everything is going good as Valtteri Bottas has overtaken, trying to make overtakes on Max Verstappen overtaking Valtteri Bottas into turn 4, as they're now coming down to the high elevated loop where Charles Leclerc is overtaken. Charles Leclerc is fighting with Sebastian Vettel, both the Scuderia Ferraris, as we're now looking at Lance Stroll in the BWT Racing Point. And we're looking at Sergio Perez, who is behind him. So now looking at Max Verstappen to Valtteri Bottas, who's trying to chase after us. So we have to make sure we're careful, as we're taking it too wide there, as Valtteri Bottas trying to make it into the inside of our track, as we are now heading down to turn 15, I think. So I think we're going to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing this first lap, and we have to prioritize what we've done, and we have to make sure we increase the gap so we can pit at the proper time. As Valtteri Bottas, we're all coming down to start lap number 2 of this Grand Prix, as we're now looking at Max Verstappen, now at Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez. We're looking at the Haas, the Renault, the McLaren of so we're now looking at Alex Albon trying to catch the McLaren of Carlos Sainz. Is they going down the loop of the high elevation circuit. As we exceed the track limits there, we must be careful because the circuit can literally make mistakes for us. And the circuit is quite a hard circuit to master, as we are literally hurting the tires. As you can see there, we literally have to spam on the brakes here, as we went too wide, and that will let Valtteri Bottas come in, and we are trying to make the overtakes, but we took out too much curb as we exit that corner, and he's already up ahead by a few tenths of a second. Oh my god, this will really ruin our race. We have to make sure we get back up, and Valtteri Bottas has made that amazing overtake as Max Verstappen is catching up behind us, and Charles Leclerc is still in the lead. No wait, that's not Charles Leclerc, sorry, that is Sebastian Vettel, who's trying to catch up with Max Verstappen. DRS is now activated at this lap, and yeah, but there's no DRS till the back straight, which will take time, as we're now heading down to the loop again, as Sebastian Vettel trying to catch up with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, but seems to be losing pace, especially Charles Leclerc, who doesn't seem to be catching his teammate. I don't think there are team orders for this race, especially after the last race at China, where they had so much problems but still got into a podium. Let's hope that both the Ferraris come to the podium today as well. And it seems, I don't know why we're supporting the other team, but I think it's good that not to support ourselves but other teams as well. As we're now looking at the Renault of Daniel Ricciardo trying to catch up with the Haas of probably Kevin Magnussen, I'm sure, I think, and still doesn't get it into the hairpin. So down they go to the very elevated hairpin to the main straight, the curve hairpin to the main straight, as we now start lap number 4 of this Grand Prix, as now Daniel Ricciardo making an overtake on Kevin Magnussen, and ooh, Kevin Magnussen locks up, but amazing overtake from Daniel Ricciardo, but still the Haas is still there, and he will still fight as they turn into turn 4, as they go on to turn 4, and they're now going onto the curve Grande, as the amazing overtake is made by Daniel Ricciardo, amazing overtake by the Renault driver, as we're now looking at our POV again, trying to catch up with Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes. Oh, we almost made contact with the rear tire of Valtteri Bottas, as Jeff is asking me if we want to change the strategy, and as you can see, our engine is also wearing out very much. It's orange, it's not optimal. As you can see there up near the number 0, it is yellow, which is not good at all. So maybe for the next race we might have to supply for new engine for less wear, as we're now going to the main straight to start lap number 5. Is now looking at the McLaren of Carlos Sainz catching up with the Haas of Kevin Magnussen, as they're now going down to the main straight. He's gaining, but still can't get to him. So now trying, we're so close. Oh, we go on too wide there. Ooh, we go on too wide there into the grass, and that would make Verstappen come behind us more closer. So we're now looking at Lewis Hamilton trying to catch up with probably Kimi Raikkonen, and there behind him is the other Haas. Yeah, so Lewis Hamilton is chasing after Kimi Raikkonen, the 2007 world champion, as we're now going into the turn. As we're now going to the back straight of this Grand Prix, Verstappen is just 0.2 of a second behind us. So we have to make sure, ooh, too much turning, too much braking. We are literally losing the tires, and Jeff is telling us that our engine is wearing out very quickly, so you have to be careful. And as you can see there down into the ERS, it's also limited. You can't use full 100%. It's not allowing me to use full 100% because we are literally wearing out the engine, as we now go on to lap 6 of this Grand Prix. And as we're now turning into this corner, but oh my god, we spun. It was a spin from us and we lost many places. Oh my god, now we are into the grass, as we lost many places. Oh my god, what has happened to us? These tires are literally killing us. What the hell, man? We are now in P8. We literally lost so many positions, as we're now behind Daniel Ricciardo. Oh my god, that is literally a nightmare. Shocking. I don't even know how I made that mistake, but I feel so bad right now. So we are trying to catch up, as now we're looking at Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to make overtaking attempt on Kimi Raikkonen. And will he make that attempt? No, he can't. He's just almost at the side of him, but still can't make that overtake into turn 1, as they're now on turn 4, turning into turn 5 of the curve, high elevated curve. So now trying to catch up with Daniel Ricciardo is in P7. Oh god, I still feel bad after that spin out. Oh god, mate, come on. So now exceed the track limits again. I don't like this a lot, as we're now looking at Sebastian Vettel trying to make overtakes on Max Verstappen for P2, as Charles Leclerc is in P4 behind Sebastian Vettel. So now looking at the onboard of Vettel, as they're now going to the final corner, entering to the main straight to start lap number 7, I think, lap number 7. And yeah, so this race is not very ideal and not very fun for us. It's not a good race for us. As we just gave a love tap to Daniel Ricciardo. That was really close, and we almost made contact with him again as we're trying to make overtakes again on Daniel Ricciardo on the outside as we go take too much curve, and he has made the overtake still on us. He is still in 7th place as we are trying to catch him again, because this circuit is really hurting my tires, as you can see there. As we're now looking at our engine, it's literally worn out. It's not green, it's literally yellow. The MGUH is at 65, the CE is at 66, the ICE is at 66 as well, and our tire temperatures are not good at all. So I think we have to pit. It's time to pit now, so we probably have to make our pit stop, because these tires will not last for long, and plus they will wear out and we will lose time from the front markers, and we can't afford to jump start these guys. As we're now looking at Carlos Sainz in the McLaren, as we're now entering the pits at lap number 8 to lap 9 to get into our pit stop. And my engineer is telling me that there's rain in another 15 minutes approximately, maybe after this race. So yeah, so we've gone into the hard tires. So who are we going to overtake now? And the Williams is there, and Esteban Ocon. But can we make that overtake on Esteban Ocon? I don't think we can. And we just gave a lub tap to Sergio Perez as we're trying to make double overtake on the outside of Latifi and Ocon in turn 5 of the high elevated curve. As we now also, we go too wide there into the corner, but still these tires are still quite cold, so we have to warm them up. We have to make sure we give some time to warm up till they become perfectly drivable and perfectly stable. As we're now coming into the back straight, still trying to catch up to Perez. I think the others will pit now, so I think we might jump the front markers, especially the ones who are in the points of this Grand Prix. So we're now catching up to Sergio Perez into the final curve, as we now coming into the main straight. As we exit the final curve, DRS activated, we're closing up, we're gaining on Perez, going on the outside, going on the inside. Let's take the inside. An amazing overtake from us as Perez locks up, and we come in front of we come behind Daniel Ricciardo, who makes it in the pits, as we give him a love tack as we overtake him on the outside. But still, we bang tires his rear tire to our front tires, and we got a slight damage to our front left wing, which is not ideal at all and may affect our race. But let's make sure that we don't make contact, especially severe contact with Daniel Ricciardo. Even one more slight contact will ruin the full race, as I have to come in again and make another pit stop for a new front wing, as we are now in P8 again. That's how we started, and DRS activated, trying to catch up to Daniel Ricciardo. Can we catch up? No, we can't. We are heading into this corner, as Lance Stroll is in P6. I think the guys will come in now. I think Lance Stroll might go in, as Jeff told me that Ricciardo is on the mediums, as we're now making the overtake again on the inside, as he's still there, but we will make the dive bomb on him as we late brakely onto the first right-hander into the next right-hander, as we're now looking at the Williams making the pit stop. And that is a really good camera, actually. That's quite a good camera angle for pit stop. It's quite amazing to see that. And there our teammate is also in the pits, as we're now looking at Gasly, as now we're looking again at the Ferrari, the Scuderia of Sebastian Vettel catching up with Max Verstappen. And these guys will be fighting for quite a long time. I don't know where Charles Leclerc is. Where is Charles? I'm not sure, but that's a good camera angle as well of bird's eye view Oh, Charles Leclerc is in second place as we are now looking at the leader there, Valtteri Bottas. Now looking at Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel still fighting. They're fighting for third place. They're fighting for the podium. And they are very good drivers, especially Sebastian Vettel, the four-time world champion, as we're now looking at Lewis Hamilton trying to make overtakes on the Haas of Grosjean. No, Kevin Magnussen, and he has made that overtake, but still Grosjean, Magnussen is still there, but the overtake has been successful by Lewis Hamilton. It is always successful by Sir Lewis Hamilton. He's the legend, and he is the guy who gets the job done. But this race is not for him. This race is not a good race and will not be a good race for Lewis Hamilton, and this will be a race to forget because it's quite a bad race, as we're now looking at the McLarens, both the McLarens, Lando and Carlos. So now looking at Lance Stroll, and we're still looking at both the Ferraris, and as we're now looking again at Ferrari and Max Verstappen, as we're now looking at our POV again. The tyres are still good. We are on lap 13 and we are 1.9 seconds. The gap between me and Lance Stroll is 1.9 seconds, so I think we can make the overtake on him to get up to P5. And total laps is 18 laps of this race, and it's lap 13, so 5 laps to go of this Grand Prix as we are now entering to lap 14, so 4 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. And we are catching quite slowly, but to Lance Stroll. If this keeps on happening to us, we might not get the position, as we're now looking at the leader, Valtteri Bottas there. Amazing, that beautiful Mercedes car, who's going to win this race. And I think if he wins this race, he will lead the championship. I'm not sure, because Hamilton is all the way down in P13. He's down in the points. He's not there in the points. So now still looking, they're still fighting, both these guys. Oh my god. As we're now looking at our POV again, our car, as Antonio Giovinazzi is out of the race, out of the session. Maybe an engine failure, or maybe retired because he maybe can't go much longer. Because if you're not in the points and if you can't catch up to the points, then it's useless. So yeah, maybe he decided to retire for that reason. As we're now on the main straight, starting lap 15, trying to catch up with Lance Stroll. And yeah, he's still there in P5. We're 0.5 of a second as we're closing up, as we're almost make contact at the back of the rear of Lance Stroll, as we're coming down to the turn 5, as we make a big dive bomb into turn 5 of the curve, high elevated curve, and there's 4 laps of fuel remaining, as we're now going to make the overtake on this flat hander. As the amazing overtake by us, amazing job by us, and that should deserve a very good result for us and for the team. I don't think we can go much longer, and I don't think we can make any more overtakes. I think P5 is enough for us for this Grand Prix, because this is not a track for us. As now again Lance Stroll trying to make overtake attempts on us on the inside as we go on to the back straight to the chicane, down to the hairpin, as we're still looking at Sebastian Vettel catching up to Max Verstappen, and still the overtake might not work. But as now comes down, as DRS is activated for Sebastian Vettel, but still can't catch up to Max Verstappen, who is the home driver of this race. This is his home track, and the favorite of the Dutch people and the people of Netherlands supporting this guy, the Dutch Lion. And he is looking forward for a good result, as he will come home in P3, as we are still here in P5. and I don't think we can go any longer. I don't think we can catch up to Vettel and Verstappen because they are quite far in front by 2 seconds. So I'm not sure if we can catch up to them, and I don't think we can catch up to them because they're quite far in front, and it will be quite difficult to catch up to the positions, to the front positions. So I think P5 is enough for us as we go too wide there. Ooh, we go too wide into the gravel, as now our energy is also worn out as well. Our energy stored, so ERS has become much less than it was at the starting stages of the Grand Prix and of the season, as we're trying to keep ourselves in front, as Lance Stroll is 0.5 of a second behind us. He is in the RS range but still can't catch up to us, as he is now a second behind us. But I don't think there's a chance we can catch up to Vettel and Verstappen because they are quite far in front, and there's no chance of coming on the podium in this Grand Prix, as it is already the second last lap. As we're now looking at the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen's Red Bull. They're still fighting, they're still battling for points. They are not making any overtakes or any fighting side to side fights, side by side fights, but still they're trying to gain each other, trying to slow down each other. As we're now looking at Valtteri Bottas as he comes home to his final lap of the Grand Prix. It is the final lap for Valtteri Bottas, and yeah, this race has been quite a good race for him, and he deserves this win. He really does deserve the win. And as we're now coming down to the final lap of the Dutch Grand Prix, this race has been quite an amazing race, but not such a good race as we don't come into the podium. But as we are not looking for a championship this season, we're looking for maybe third in the championship by beating Red Bull or Ferrari. Yeah, our goal is to beat Ferrari in the championship, but since Ferrari are doing so well at the start of the season, so I have to give the credit to them. So they are doing quite well, so maybe fourth, might come fourth in the championship, but I don't see Alex Albon in the charts right now, so I think it's just me and Verstappen fighting for third or fourth in the championship. So now looking at us, our fuel is also run out. We have run out of fuel, as we only have half a lap left of fuel, actually 1.5 lap left of fuel, as we are now looking at Valtteri Bottas as he comes to the final corner. A very good job for him as he wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Amazing job from Valtteri Bottas, as we have come close enough to the front markers who are in third and fourth, and Charles Leclerc will come home in second, and Max Verstappen will come home in third, but we will come home in P5. Amazing job from us.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Some solid points. Thank you so much, Jeff. And yeah, we will see Jeff at Parc Fermé. And good job from Daniel Ricciardo, as he's the driver of the day. Yeah, kudos to him. Yeah, it's been quite an amazing race.
A difficult race then on a circuit that demands complete concentration, but they persevered to take the win here today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Yeah, so good job to Valtteri Bottas, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen as they come onto the podium for their celebration. And it's been quite a good race, a lot of fun, a lot of overtaking scenes happening around. And now as we're going to the race results, we're going to see the race results. And Verstappen, Hamilton, we're looking at Lewis Hamilton, and he's only made up 12th And we're now looking at drive standings. Hamilton is now in third in the championship, as we are second in the championship, with Valtteri Bottas in the lead. As the constructors, we are all the way down in P4 in the standings of the constructors, so I don't think we will do well in the constructors. So I think it's a good race. Guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, turn on notification bell so you never miss a video. And yeah, it's been quite an amazing race. Make sure you share this to any Formula 1 fans out there. And yeah, have a good race, and I will see you for the next Grand Prix, which is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And yeah, I'll see you then later, and make sure you enjoy a wonderful day. I hope this race has been quite an amazing race, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.